I have a feeling that this vlog is going to be one of those where I will be constantly filming wherever I go because I want to show you guys everything. For now, that has turned out to be very true. I have found myself in Ravello, which is right above the town of Amalfi on the Amalfi Coast, and it is stunning. It's so picturesque, it's absolutely magical. The history of this place is fascinating as well. So it first started off as a shelter in the 5th century, I believe, for attacks during the Roman Empire, during the end of the Roman Empire, and then it became a very important place for wool trading, and now it's just a heaven for tourists that come to the Amalfi Coast and want the best views, the most amazing villas, the most interesting history, and the best ice cream as well. You'll see what I mean in a little bit. So we're starting off here, then I'm gonna head down to Amalfi itself, and then I'm gonna show you our hotel, which is to die for. So I hope you guys enjoy this vlog, and welcome to the Amalfi Coast. My first stop in Ravello is Villa Rufolo, which used to belong to a very powerful family in the 13th century, and then it got sold to a Scotsman around the 19th century, and during the same period of time, the famous German composer Wagner visited this place, and he was so inspired by it that he had a whole symphony created around it. So every year they do a concert here dedicated to Wagner, and it's a huge event, and that's partly what the villa is so known for these days. And just like that, from the high and colorful areas of Ravello, you go down into what appears to be a very, very old tunnel made of stone. I don't even know if you guys can see my face right now. It's very cold down here as well, but soon enough I think I'm going to come out and end up in the piazza, hopefully. I don't know, at this stage I'm just exploring. I don't really know where I am or where I'm going. I'm just looking for somewhere to eat, in all honesty. So yeah, that's my priority now. Yes, found my food, finally. This is exactly what I was after. And I think that after this, there has to be space for ice cream as well. Apparently there's a really good gelateria just around the corner. I got cheesecake flavor and then another scoop of hazelnut and Nutella flavor. And let me tell you, it is good. I would come back to Ravello just for the ice cream. My second villa that I'm seeing in Ravello is called Villa Cimbrone. This one also dates way back to the 11th century, so even before Villa Rufolo, and it also belonged to a wealthy family. But now it's been turned into a hotel, and there are a lot of weddings that get organized here. I mean, you can see why. It's absolutely stunning. Now, this guy also told me that the views from here are insane, and it turns out he was right. I used to live in Milan about 10 years ago. I think I'm used to the Italian way of driving by now, but what I'm seeing here in the Amalfi Coast has honestly baffled me up until now. So not only do they not care at all driving on tiny, tiny roads, very, very narrow streets at the speed of light, but also the sidewalks here are non-existent, so you end up walking on the road physically. I'll show you what the sidewalk looks like now. It's not even a sidewalk, it's just a line. Oh my god, look! Look, do you see? Yeah, I had to put the GoPro down because I was scared for my life. I didn't know if people could see me or not, so I just sort of like tapped on the car being like, I'm gonna pass. Oh my word, insane! And this is me trying to get to the center of Amalfi. Now if that isn't gold, then I don't know what is. Never know what's on the other side. Well, in this case, I have programmed Google Maps to lead me to Piazza Duomo in Amalfi, so I think I do know what's on the other side. Let's see if I'll end up there. What? This is so weird. Look. This does not look where I'm supposed to be. Let's keep walking. There's another alleyway. You guys are discovering this with me. I have no idea where I'm going by this point. Oh my god, it's so dark. Oh my god. Once again, I'm wondering, is there some history to this tunnel? Is this like below the Duomo maybe? Where am I? Am I gonna get kidnapped? Who knows? It's all part of the entertainment. That's why we make YouTube channels. You never know what to expect. Okay, I have reached a crossroads. I can either go down here, can go down here, can go back, which I'm not gonna do because I'm not that kind of person, or I can go here. I think I'm gonna go here. I'm not even gonna get my phone out. I'm not even going to look at Google Maps. I'm kind of liking this adventure. So let's see if I'm right. Yes, this looks right. Crowds of people, busy restaurants, people taking pictures of the Duomo. Whoa, it's beautiful. And I was right in thinking that the mysterious tunnels that I went through are indeed under the Duomo. Let me show you the Duomo because this one is honestly insane. I've seen a lot of Duomos, but this one is very impressive. Before I go in, I just want to highlight that this Duomo is also exceptionally old. It was first built around the 8th or 9th century, but it was redesigned 7 times and elements have been added to it, taken away from it, but you'll still see some things in there that have dated back to the original layout and to the original time of its conception around the 8th century. Wow, that Duomo was beautiful. I didn't expect it, to be honest. I expected it to be grand and obviously well kept, but for it to have that impact in the small piazza that it does is quite astounding to see. In general, this whole area is beautiful, and the drive down here in particular was a whole event on its own. I don't know if I've shown you guys, but if I haven't, I'll include videos now because it definitely is a sight to behold. I think that this whole area in general just has so many stories to tell and such an interesting history as a whole. No matter where you are, no matter where you're looking in Amalfi, you're always getting some sort of stories being told to you, some sort of history, some sort of significance about why this is important and why this was built the way it was. Now, I think that not a lot of places have that. A lot of Italian cities do, like, Rome, Milan, and Florence, but for something to be so small geographically and yet so interesting no matter where you look is quite rare. Even the hotel that I picked to stay in has history that'll blow your mind. It was first built in around the 12th or 13th century as an abbey, and then it got taken over by monks in the 15th century, and then it was converted into a luxurious hotel for aristocrats and celebrities around the 19th century. And the most fascinating thing about it is that it's still got elements from the original structures built in the 13th century all around the hotel. So you're walking through, let's say, a modern hallway and you will see arches dating 700 years ago, or you'll walk into the courtyard and you'll see that it's actually part of the abbey that was there in the first place. It's just so unique, so unusual. I've never seen anything like it. And obviously the view from here is insane because just like most things on the Amalfi Coast, it was built into the cliff. So it goes up vertically, and the higher you climb, the better of a view you're gonna get. Good morning! It's about 9 a.m. and I'm just here on the balcony admiring the stunning view that is Amalfi. Unfortunately, in a few minutes I'm gonna have to go downstairs, check out, and leave. But thank you so much for joining me on this epic adventure. I loved exploring Ravello and Amalfi, and please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Okay, so what do we think happened there? Do we think that the designers and architects just fixed half and then left it because they got bored? Option B. Do we think that they ran out of paint? Or option C, do we think that the color pink/salmon just wasn't in anymore by the time they got to that point?